Hi, and welcome back to Tundra Sounds. I'm going to show you 5 different ways to play chords on the Tempest. The first one is to play it almost as if it's a keyboard. You will be in 16 tunings mode, you will force the oscillators to follow the key, you will choose a preferred scale mode, let's say major scale, and then you will play the pads as if they were keys on the keyboard. Make sure the oscillators are following the key. Otherwise, they will stay at their original tuning. Let's take a listen to what it sounds like when the key follow is on. Let's listen to what it sounds like when we turn it off. Let's put it on again and try to play something with a little bit of reverb. Let's see. You cannot record the performance to your Tempest, however you can record it to a MIDI sequencer, which then again plays back the performance to your Tempest. The second one is to choose a sampler style, and that is when you are in 16 sounds mode. Just like you're loading samples to your MPC pads, you can load different tunings of the same synth sounds to different Tempest pads. So basically what I did is to detune each of these pads so that they together make a chord, because I based it on a C. This is a C minor chord, because on this pad I tuned it 1, 2, 3 semitones above. That's a minor third. And this one I tuned it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 semitones above, and that's a fifth. And the last one, or the first one here, that's an octave below the root note, the bass. And usually when you play chords, you play a triad, and the bass is often the same note as the root note, but an octave below, or 2 octaves or whatever. So let's listen to it together. Maybe we can record it with a beat. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? We can listen to it with the reverb. Pretty awesome. So that's the second way you can play chords on the Tempest. The third option is to play it almost as if it's a looper. And it's similar to the sampler style. You will load 4 identical sounds to 4 different pads and record one of these sounds at a time. Let's see, I'll use this one and I will record it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I will go to the next sound, and this time I will have to play it in a third above. Okay. And then I will have to go back to 16 sounds mode, choose the third sound, and go to 16 tunings mode, and I will play the fifth above. So let's see. And then I will have to find, let's see, a fourth sound here, go to 16 tunings mode, and now I will have to go an octave below and try to play the deeper root. Okay. Okay, so this is basically the same way to play chords almost as the sampler style. However, With this technique, you can actually play several chords with just the 4 pads. If you're using the sampler style, you will have to assign many sounds, many of the same sound with different tunings to several pads. The fourth option is to play the Tempest almost as if it's a harp or something, or guitar or anything, harp style, using the 16 tunings mode together with the roll function. You play broken chords or arpeggios and drown it in with an external reverb. The reverb will make the broken chord an actual chord, as the tail of the different tunings will be layered, especially if you use a higher quantize and BPM. Then you will, and you can try to record this with the beat. Let's try this out. Okay, so the tail blends together, sounding like a reverb, almost like a harp, because all of the strings, they are singing after you have plucked it. However, when you're using the Tempest with on one voice, each of the sounds coming after each other will steal the voice from the one that came before. So the reverb, the external reverb, will make it sound like a real chord in a way. The fifth option is to use just one pad with 3 oscillators tuned to a root, a third, and fifth, creates a triad. So we have this sound here. The first oscillator is at C3. Let's tune the oscillator 2 3 semitones above, that's minor third, and the third oscillator will be tuned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 semitones above. We have a triad here, and if I go back to oscillator 1 now, we can choose the sub oscillator as well. So now we have actually 4 oscillators, thus creating a triad with the root note also in the bass. So that's a cool thing to do. So if we undo the recording from last time and record something with, let's see, we can do something like this. Okay, that was a little bit lame, but as you can see, I can create chords with only one pad, and that's awesome, isn't it? Put on some reverb and okay, that's the last way to play chords on the Tempest. If you learned anything by watching this video, you could always subscribe, you could always click the notification button and comment and like it. Bye bye and see you next time.